Whether you are trying to get some exercise or thinking about getting on the water, we are in the grip of a heat wave for at least one more day. Welcome to KOIN Local 6 at noon. I'm Ken Boddie. We have team coverage on the heat wave right now and the potential for a break. Carla Castano is watching area waterways, which are going to get crazy this weekend. Brent Weisberg is tracking the crews responding to grass fires before they get out of hand. But we're going to start with Brian Miskimins to see how hot it will get today and when we might catch a break from the heat, right?
Well, Ken, the good news is we're beginning to see that break just slightly today. In fact, I've noticed all temperatures across the metropolitan area running a good 3 to 5 degrees cooler than they were yesterday at this time. However, we're still under an excessive heat warning from now and through 9 o'clock tonight. And hot weather is going to continue. If you're looking for the relief, head out to the coast. That is definitely where you want to be. And of course, keep in mind the red flag warning also in effect through 9 o'clock tonight. That means we're primed for burns, so no outdoor burns are allowed as well. 83 degrees right now, a light west-northwest breeze, so I suspect that'll keep us more into the mid-90s. So some good news there. Also 83 degrees there in Vancouver right now. 83, a popular number across the West Hills, Hillsborough, Beaverton, Tigard, you name it. And flying over to the east side, 85, one of the warmer spots there in Laurelwood. Orchards coming in at 87 degrees. Now, what you can expect outside right now, 83 degrees, and then 97 degrees for the top end temperature today as we wrap it up, and then 82 degrees tonight. We're back into the 80s, and I'm pinpointing the chance for thunderstorms when I come back in just a few minutes, Ken.
Thanks, Brian. The heat wave has us under a state of emergency declared by the governor. And this means that the National Guard and other state resources will be available to help prevent and battle fires. Firefighters across the state are worried about a large wildfire breaking out in Portland or the surrounding areas, including the Mount Hood National Forest. In Gresham, there is an all-out ban on open flames, and yesterday, Portland's fire marshal followed suit. This being Friday and a hot one at that, a lot of you are probably thinking about getting out on the water this weekend. That's what KOIN Local 6 reporter Carla Castano is thinking about as well. And Carla, you've been checking on water patrols today.
Yeah, they've definitely been beefing up patrols on area waterways. With it being so hot out, they're expecting it to be pretty darn busy out here today. Take a look at the water. You can see we've been seeing a constant flow of boaters out here in Oregon City. But River Patrol is expecting it to be busy on the water. They're increasing their presence out here. The Clackamas County Marine Division says drinking and boating and failing to wear a life jacket, well, right now those are major problems they're seeing. Now, it's the law for kids under the age of 12 to wear a life jacket on board a boat or a raft, and deputies are checking to make sure you follow the rules. If not, it's a ticket of about $250. Now, one of the most common reasons people we talk to out here say they don't want to wear their life jackets is because they say they're bulky and can be uncomfortable. But even experienced swimmers can be overcome by the unexpected, and deputies say the way to almost guarantee your safety is simple: just wear a life vest.
There's rescues and searches for missing tubers and stuff almost every day now. We've had several situations where we've rescued people from one thing or another, boat fires. Also, we've had one drowning this year.
Now, that drowning was a tuber on the Clackamas River who was not wearing a life vest. Meanwhile, local river patrols are also out making sure boaters aren't speeding, especially through wake zones. And if you're caught speeding in a wake zone, well, that's a ticket of about $250. Now, they're also asking boaters and tubers to drink a lot of water when you're out on the water. They say if you're tired and dehydrated, that's when accidents can happen and you can really get into trouble. Reporting for you live in Oregon City, Carla Castano, KOIN Local 6.
On the subject of water safety, a Vancouver man is reported drowned on Swift Reservoir on the Upper Lewis River near Cougar, Washington. The boat that 49-year-old Grant Kelly and his brother were in made a sharp turn and both men were thrown out. Kelly was pulled to the boat ramp but pronounced dead. Make sure you take the heat into account as you plan getting around today. Max trains run 10 miles per hour slower in higher speed zones when temperatures are in the 90s. That creates delays throughout the system of up to 15 minutes. If temperatures are over 100 degrees, Max trains will not be able to go faster than 35 miles per hour across the system. We are still under that red flag warning due to heat, dry conditions, and wind. That means no outdoor campfires, but that's exactly what started an early morning brush fire. That fire happened around 4 in the morning near Southeast 99th and Powell today. Crews say it was caused by homeless people with a campfire. KOIN Local 6 reporter Brent Weisberg was there.
It's a red flag day, so the dangers are even higher. Everything's extremely dry.
This morning's fire in southeast Portland moved fast, and by the time crews got here, it had already burned through more than 400 feet in just a matter of minutes.
We go in a lot of small bark dust fires that are sparked because of discarded cigarettes.
Portland Fire Lieutenant Jeff Tasheny is part of a special team working 12-hour days because Portland is under a burn ban. The city has several of these smaller brush rigs.
We can drive in as far as we want on this. It's got dual wheels in the back, four-wheel drive.
Oftentimes there aren't fire hydrants in the area where these crews are going to be battling these small brush fires, and in this case, crews actually had to lay down fire lines to stop it from growing.
One of the things that we try to do is get ahead of where the fire is going. By that I mean we can dig fire lines, and usually what we'll do is we'll try to find a section, an area that we're going to be able to scratch the surface and get anything that's burnable away. So when the fire reaches that point, it's a good stopping point.
For more information on these red flags warnings here in Portland and Gresham, head to our website, KOINLocal6.com. Reporting for you, I'm Brent Weisberg, KOIN Local 6.
In Washington County, emergency dispatchers have adjusted their computer screens to show heat-related calls. It looks like this. They want to make sure they know what fire equipment is available where and what's not. There are a number of places where you can beat the heat today. Multnomah County has 4 cooling centers for seniors. These include the Hollywood Senior Center, Loaves and Fishes, the Multnomah County East Building, and the Friendly House. They will stay open through Friday. And once it hits 98 degrees, the Red Cross will open the Rose Center on Northeast 18th, and that's for all ages. Portland Rescue Mission will open its Burnside shelter as a cooling place to provide a place for homeless men, women, and children. And the Wilsonville Public Library is staying open until 9 o'clock tonight so folks can stay cool there. We have more information on the cooling centers on KOINLocal6.com. Just click on the Scene on 6 tab. And there is one more day of free cool fun at Hamlet Park in Washougal, Washington. Yesterday, firefighters turned their hydrant into a sprinkler. The kids really love that. Kids and some adults used it to cool off during the heat of the day. Another way to beat the heat, free popsicles. Camas Washougal firefighters are handing out the free treats at the park right now. And while you look for shade or air conditioning or even a cool drink, don't forget to send us your pictures. Show us how you are beating the heat by sending your pictures or video to news@koin.com or post them to our KOIN Local 6 Facebook page.